As a filmmaker, there are seemingly countless creative avenues to explore. With so many different styles and different worlds of filmmaking, it's impossible to be able to master them all. But as most of us start out our videography journey, due to practicality reasons, we immediately fall into a one-man band type production. You know, where we are the director, the topside videographer, the drone pilot, the gimbal operator, the sound recordist, the underwater videographer, the FPV pilot, the editor, the photographer, and the colorist. The list just keeps on going. With so many hats to wear, videographers starting out inevitably spread themselves so thin that they fall into the jack of all trades, master of none category. This is by no means a bad thing, and it does provide a really good understanding of how the entire process works. And I'd argue that starting here is actually beneficial in the long run. But should you wish to move on to bigger and better productions, this is something that almost all of us have had to deal with at one point or another. Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Tom Park and I'm an underwater and wildlife cinematographer. Throughout this series, we're discussing the world of filmmaking and cinematography, where I'll teach you some of the things that I've learned over the last decade working in the film industry as an underwater and wildlife cinematographer. If you're interested in this sort of thing, subscribe and let me know down below what you film and how you found your filmmaking speciality. The jack of all trades approach is a common place for beginner videographers to find themselves in, as videographers starting out are usually producing content with restricted budgets, and for smaller clients, it's often impossible to build out a large team of specialized professionals to complete a film job. With these reduced resources, it becomes increasingly important for the ideal creator to be able to provide all the services themselves as a one-man band. Typically, clients in these situations prioritize capturing a diverse range of content quickly, even if it means compromising slightly on quality, rather than dedicating all available time to perfecting just a few elements of the shoot. This approach makes perfect sense for small to medium businesses, as they must make the most of their finite resources and require a wide spectrum of content from each marketing shoot. But these broad deliverables force many creators into becoming a jack of all trades, where they're expected to not only shoot topside content, but also to be the drone pilot, underwater shooter, interview shooter, social media producer, photographer, sound recordist, editor, and the list just keeps going on. While my filmmaking origin was always underwater focused, like many of you, to make commercial projects viable, I often wore many hats, and I truly believe that it is an excellent way to start. It offers valuable insights into every aspect of filmmaking. This understanding becomes a valuable asset as you progress in your career, whether you're working within a specialized team or taking on diverse roles in different departments. Being able to step in and do things like pick up a drone in a pinch and capture a quick moment for a documentary, even though your role may be something completely different, is a massive asset. There are many different definitions of what makes someone a videographer, a filmmaker, or a cinematographer. But from where I sit, videographers tend to be the jack of all trades style shooters. They run video production for clients who need a wide array of content, and they wear multiple hats to produce and satisfy that goal. It's fairly common for videographers to start to plateau after a few years, as we are always chasing bigger and better projects. Eventually, we will reach a point where the only way to go up is to specialize in one area of filmmaking, such that we can form part of a larger team, and thus, in my mind, that is where you become a filmmaker, or without diving into the specifics, a cinematographer or DP. This doesn't have to happen all at once, but specializing in one area of filmmaking reaps many benefits. The most important, personally, is that specializing in a niche that you're passionate about can lead to more meaningful work. When you love what you do, it shows in the final product, and overall provides a much higher job satisfaction. Specialization also allows you to become an expert in your chosen field, which can make you highly sought after by clients who want top tier results, which again, tying back into the above point, will hopefully lead to more exciting projects. Specialization opens doors into the larger world of production, enabling you to work with teams of specialists from other areas and departments to capture and produce much more meaningful work with much bigger clients on films, documentaries, or commercials with a much grander scale, something almost every creative seeks. So, how do you go about finding your filmmaking sub-niche? For many of you, this should be fairly simple. Your ideal sub-niche is the area of filmmaking that you love the most. If you're a storyteller, it's likely in the world of documentary. If it's marine life, then it's as an underwater filmmaker, and so on. This specialty is likely also the area in which you have the most experience in and the most technical knowledge, as it's the area in which you are probably most passionate. Whatever niche you choose, it's important to have a range of footage to build out your show reels. This is all likely content that you've produced in previous client work or personal films, but ensure that you align yourself in an area in which you have ample experience footage, and probably more importantly, connections in. In the world of documentary cinema, it's all about who you know, and your network is everything. Use your specialty to align yourself with like-minded filmmakers to develop your skills and your connections. If you are looking to move from being a videographer wearing many hats to a well-regarded specialist, I would suggest to start by being well-rounded and mastering a few core skills, while keeping an eye on opportunities in your sub-niche. You should be looking to transition into your sub-niche gradually. This will give you time to not only build out your expertise, but to maintain your flexibility, which will help you keep consistent work as you step into your new role. Anyways, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, and I will catch you in the next one.